Hello, everyone. Welcome to TXAPA Live. I'm Harold Mullen, and we are delighted you are here to join us again for another session of TXAPA Live. We would love to be out there in front of you. We'd love to be face-to-face, communicate, and talk about quality asphalt pavement. Unfortunately, we just can't do that. So TXAPA Live is another way that we found out that we can do that, is to communicate with our members and our partners. It's just have this old virtual session here to communicate with each other. And as Jim said, we can be sure and ask each other questions. So I want to thank Jim back there working behind the boards, doing a great job. And I remind you to ask those questions, and Jim will make sure they get into it. So we would appreciate that. Before we get started with our program, though, talking about virtual programs and all the new technology that we have, I just want to say congratulations to TxDOT. TxDOT has just pulled off two great meetings here recently virtually, and they were big meetings, and they were very successful that we thought. And one of them was the short course. TxDOT's, I believe it was the 94 short course that's usually held over in College Station, was virtual. I think there was over 4,300 connections at one time there, and it was a great success. Right after that, this week, just finishing up, was the TxDOT Construction and Materials course conference, and did a great job on that too. Jim, I know you participated in those. What was your thoughts on that?
I thought they did a great job for trying to do something in a short period of time, given all the COVID stuff, and they made it work. They were able to present the materials. We did, I was able to do a little session on the short course, and so was Chuck. Those went well. I thought the Q&A went well. I thought on the construction materials program that was just finished up today, actually doing the live Q&A. I thought that was even better. So, every time you do these things, you learn a little bit. So yeah, congratulations to TxDOT for pulling off two big programs in a very short period of time.
Absolutely. Great job, partners. We appreciate you letting us be a part of that too. That was great. Learned a lot of good information shared. So thank you very much. To get started with today's program, I want to make sure we do our safety share. That's always the way we'd like to kick off meetings. I'd like to remind everybody you can find all of our safety shares online at texasasphalt.org. Today's safety share will be safe, drive smart. As you well know, that's a TxDOT Pro campaign that's being kicked off right now. So I want to give you a few reminders about that on Be Safe, Drive Smart. Last year, there were more than 205,000 crashes.
Wow.
205,000 crashes just in counties defined as the Texas energy sector by the Texas Railroad Commission, which includes large portions of West Texas, South Texas, and even extends into the metropolitan areas like Dallas, Fort Worth, and El Paso. These crashes, which represent a 3% increase from 2018, resulted in 1,638 traffic fatalities in the state's Barnett Shale, Eagle Ford Shale, Granite Wash, Haynesville, Bossier Shale, and Permian Basin.
And that's not a number we want to be proud of.
That's not one we're proud of. We don't want to be there. Drivers can expect to see a variety of common sense safety reminders on TV, radio, social media, billboards, and gas pumps as TxDOT kicks off its annual Be Safe, Drive Smart campaign in the state's energy producing regions. Of course, all of these things apply to all of us, not just in those regions, but everywhere. Drivers are reminded to drive a safe speed, accounting for traffic conditions, road conditions, and weather conditions. If it's just a little bit rainy out there, those roads are starting to slick up, slow down. We have to remind each other to slow down. If you have some new drivers in your home, be sure you remind those folks, if it starts getting slippy out there, slow yourself down. You want to be able to stop when you need to. Focus 100% on driving and put the telephone away. No talking or texting when behind the wheel. That's a big one right there. Be sure we are focused 100% on driving. Give large trucks plenty of space, be patient, and pass only when it's safe and legal to do so. Obey stop signs and traffic signals. Never drive under the influence of alcohol or other drugs, and always buckle up, drivers and passengers, day or night. These seem like very simple steps, and they are. We all can do these things. We just need to keep communicating and reminding each other about these important things when we're behind the wheel. Be Safe, Drive Smart is a key component of In the Street TX, a broader social media and word of mouth effort that encourages drivers to make safer choices while behind the wheel. November 7th, 2000 was the last deathless day on Texas roadways. In the Street TX ask all Texans to commit to driving safely to help end the streak of daily deaths on Texas roadways. You know, we were sharing this around the office, and Chuck Fuller is always data mining, trying to get information, and he just came up with some more startling statistics for us this year here in the Austin area. In Austin area, 73 fatalities so far just this year. 73 so far just in 2020. Last year at this same time, there was only 60. So even though we've had somewhat of a decrease in traffic, which we have, we've had an increase in our fatality rate just right here in the Austin area by 13, which is a huge number.
That's 20%.
Yeah, it's very, very disturbing. So let's be sure about those reminders. Let's try and do that. Remind everyone what we need to be doing. All right, some good news out there is our scholarship program. Our scholarship program, the TXAPA Scholarship Program, continues to change lives. And how do we change lives? It's because of you. That's how we change that. Your generosity has made our program such a big success. We have changed lives and continue to do so. And I want to report that our total so far for our scholarship raising efforts this year has been $182,000. What was that number?
182,737.76.
That's right. And I think that 76 cents was the one that Dale Rand put in there. But either way, thank you so much for everybody that's been donating. We still have them coming in. Albert Slaughter just walked in here the other day with a great check from Hunter Industries. Johnny Wiseman and his entire team donated $50,000 to our scholarship program. Thank you so much. Right behind that, Mike Brown, Robert Lee, and all the great team at CRH. Texas Materials came in with $40,000. So that's our most recent one. Just want to say thank you so much for our members for doing that. I just want to go through the list again of our members who have been so generous. You have been so generous. I want to report that on who that is. Hunter Industries, Texas Materials, a CRH company, Angel Brothers Enterprises, Century Asphalt Materials, Anderson Columbia Company, Longview Asphalt, McCourt Equipment, Lawas North America, Power Screen Texas, Bowen Michelet Britt, sorry about that, Elms Machia, Jebro Incorporated, Road Tech, Cutler Repaving, AL Hamcamp, Austin Bridge and Road, Wright Asphalt Products, East Texas Asphalt Company, HNTB, Pavetex Engineering and Testing, Atkins North America, Ingevity, Gulf Coast, a CRH company, Beyond Engineering and Testing, James Hamilton Construction, Texas Cordia Construction, Texas Lime Company. Also, we've had several individuals that have given. We want to recognize those folks and thank you. One of them was one of our past presidents, Raymond Lane. Raymond, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Barrett Reynolds, David Mason, Michael Lehman, Bonnie Parks, Carlos Salcedo, and Brett Haggerty. All right. Thank you so much, those individuals. And there again, our total so far this year, $182,737.76. In all sincerity, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We continue to give out scholarships for that. We've already done that this year. So thank you for enabling us to do that.
Harold, are we still taking donations?
We are still taking donations. Yes, sir.
So we'll make another slide and put your name on it if you want.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jim. Thank you for that. Always a good reminder of that. All right. Today's show is about our membership services, just to update our members on some of the many things that are going on, how you can maximize your membership in TXAPA and see all the many things that we have going on. And to do that today, we're joined by Emily Adams. Emily is our Director of Marketing, which we've talked about before. Emily, around here, marketing is a whole lot of things, just like membership services. It's event planning, meetings, all those type of things. There's a lot going on, not just marketing. There's a lot going on. But I want to start off, Emily, with some of our events that we have going on. And one of those that I want to talk about very first is our Asphalt Rodeo. The Asphalt Rodeo is such a great program. It kind of ties into our scholarship program. So number one, before we get into that, how you been doing?
I've been great. I've been fantastic.
Good.
Thank you.
Making it through the COVID okay? No issues?
I've been so busy, I've barely had a chance to notice.
Well, there you go. All right.
So a lot going on here at the association.
It is. It is. Well, tell me about the Asphalt Rodeo.
So we had gotten so much momentum. This would have been our 4th year. It's always a big event that people look forward to. They come down here to the association, and we have good food and lots of fun contests, and it's all just built around designing an asphalt slab that can withstand the rutting and the cracking. It's kind of to come up with a balanced mix design in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids are learning as they go, and they are supplied a certain amount of material. And then they are tasked with designing this slab, and we put it through some tests. And with that, everybody gets to come down here, and we have a career fair, and there's a lot of great camaraderie. The kids are able to meet some of the great folks in our industry, and it's just a really fantastic, fun, long. It's about an 8-hour day, and you're exhausted afterwards, but it's just a great time. And we were real sad to lose that ability to do that this year because of the circumstances. So we wanted to do something to keep the momentum, and what we came up with was a forensics competition. So we are instead of having the kids come together, also out of their universities where they would have to get together and work together in person, which could be difficult depending on whether or not they've gone back to class. We have enabled them to work virtually together and also compete virtually. Mm-hmm. So they've got a case study of an actual pavement failure, and they will be evaluating that and coming up with their best, deduction on what happened. So they've got a chance to ask 3 very specific questions to our experts here at TXAPA, and they're going to present in a 30-minute presentation to our panel of judges during a 2-week period. We'll have the final event online, and you can register for it at texasasphalt.org if you'd like to view it. It's a kind of a 2-minute pitch. Each team will give a 2-minute pitch.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll
be fun.
It's going to be super fun. Yeah. So it's a virtual thing. So, you got anyone who's interested in checking it out can register for it at our calendar at texasasphalt.org. And that's what we're doing this year for it. It's an Asphalt Rodeo Detective is what we're calling it.
Man, that's so exciting. That's really great that we've been able to adapt, overcome again, and put some great things together for our college students. And I know there are several people that were very key into making sure we do that. And one of them was Dr. Basine over at UT.
Absolutely. He's always such a rock star at getting everybody notified about it, and he's got a lot of contacts throughout the university asphalt pavement world. And one really fun thing is we have 8 teams signed up. We've got 40 competitors. Several of the universities are fronting 2 teams, and we've got a team from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign.
Wow.
So what's super fun about that is because of this virtual thing, there's always a silver lining. We're able to expand the competition out now being truly national, not just regional, but truly national.
That's cool.
We've got UTEP with 2 teams, OU with 2 teams, Louisiana Tech, which were last year's champions, are bringing 2 teams, and then A&M and the University of Illinois each have a team. So very exciting. That date of that virtual event is going to be December 18.
Well, I'm sure UTEP is going to get in there somehow, as well as Texas State. They seem to always have very competitive teams, so if they haven't gotten in, I'm sure they're going to pretty quick. But and the way that we get our scholarship program involved in that is with the winners. We give each member of the winning team $1,000 in scholarship from the scholarship program, and that right there has changed lives. We had a person from Texas State last year who did that. It did change his life. He's now wanting to be involved in asphalt pavement, and that's his mission now. So thanks to that. Again, appreciate that. Good job with that. Also, our TxDOT partners are involved in that very much, as being judges, as well as I believe it was Robert Flores over there who came up with all this information. Is that correct?
That's correct. Good. Yep, and he and Jim worked on redacting it so that all the clues and any type of information that wouldn't pertain to the competition is out, and they've got what they need to have a good, clean evaluation.
Yeah, Robert did a lot of work, a lot of background work to get that stuff pulled together. So big kudos out to him. I know he's busy, but thank you, Robert.
You bet. We appreciate all of our partners participate in that, and because of that, we're going to have a successful asphalt rodeo, and we will be reporting on that later in the year. You know, we missed out on our annual meeting, Emily. I know that was a great meeting that we always look forward to. So now we're trying to be positive and go toward our next meeting, big meeting, and that would be our membership meeting that we hold each January. Can you tell me where we are with our membership meeting?
Well, we are is at Lock and Terra. So we will be going back to Lock and Terra again, as we did last year, or I guess earlier this year as it stands at the moment. But we'll be having our Winter Classic Golf Tournament, which also benefits our scholarship program. And we'll be basically replicating last year's program with the change out of our board of directors and our committee chairs, recognizing everybody who served and is outgoing, and inaugurating everyone coming in for the 2021 year. We'll have some educational content. I believe TxDOT is going to participate as much as they can. We're probably going to do a combination of Zooming some of our speakers in if they can't be there in person. But we're full steam ahead planning that. So registration is going to open for that. That event is also on TexasAsphalt.org, and the registration for both the golf tournament and the meeting itself will be open October 30th.
Fantastic. Don't forget our Winter Classic Golf Tournament. You mentioned golf. Our Winter Classic Golf Tournament last year raised money for a scholarship program. That's what we aim to do again. So we hope to have another great golf tournament out there at Lock and Terra. They have some wonderful courses there. Of course, we want to spill into our annual meeting there and annual membership meeting. And Emily's right. We're going to have TxDOT people there, and we're going to Zoom them in. They will be Zoomed in speakers. So it will be a great program. We got our fingers crossed. We're hoping nothing goes crazy, but we're hoping to see some of y'all face to face down there in San Antonio for our membership meeting. You know, just recently at our board of directors meeting, we came up with some new programs and some new events, and one of those was the Associate Member Showcase. Emily, tell me about the showcase.
So the Associate Member Showcase is the kind of the idea that the current chairperson, Natalie Parker, had, and the whole committee's been working on this, is to get together some representatives of products, goods, and services of the associate members that kind of speak to some of the hot topics in the industry right now. So we would get, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them together and allow them to all kind of give us their information and how their goods and services can maybe address some of our industry pain points. We'll be making videos of that. Again, it's another great thing that great thing, silver lining of what's going on, if you will, is that we're going to make videos. The associate members will have the ability to have the video of themselves that they can use for their own purposes. We'll post it here on our TexasAsphalt.org website, and that'll give everybody kind of that chance to get out there. So if you're an associate member and you're interested in that, be looking for information so that we can make sure to get you involved.
You bet. And we've had several requests from our associate members about how can we get more involved? How can we be on TXAPA Live? These type of things. And so Natalie Parker and the Associate Member Advisory Committee came up with this great idea. Let's redo our technical showcases that we used to have face-to-face. They were a huge success, a great benefit for everybody. And so that's what we're going to try and replicate here virtually. So we're excited about that, as Emily said, and you will be getting more information on that. So be looking for that information. Be sure you send information in if you want to be featured in the Associate Member Showcase. I believe, Jim, we talked about some of the first technology we're going to talk about is the e-ticketing process.
Yeah, we've talked about doing something on e-ticketing. TxDOT just approved that specification, supposed to go in January, but they're allowing it to be started right now. So, folks that have technology out there, and we've got a number of members that sell those types of products, and so we're looking forward to seeing some e-ticketing coming to Texas on asphalt side. And we've already had to slow a couple of districts down to want to write it in the spec and put it as a general note. So I think we'll find out that it's a pretty big win. And then I think we're also talking about doing something on war mix and some other general products where we've got a number of members that sell in that particular area. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good deal.
Jim, I want to thank you and Craig Odom, our incoming president, and Buddy Williams, the district engineer up in Atlanta. Buddy was down here at Materials and Test and did a great job of partnering together, put task force together. And gosh, we got the e-ticketing, something we really need through these times with COVID and all, but it's going to be a great technology for our future for all products. It's not just asphalt. So I want to thank you for being involved in that, Jim. And
we got it done quick too. We turned that around. It didn't take 2 years. It took a couple months, and that was exciting.
Very, very exciting. So thank everybody for that. We look forward to learning more about e-ticketing through our associate member technology showcases. So look forward to that. With that, we also have a directory of all of our members, not just associates, but our major associates. And in fact, on our technical showcases, I was just talking to Ted Flanagan, right, Asphalt, our major associate member chair. He said, hey, can we be a part of that too? Of course you can. So we're going to be able to include our major associate members and have all kind of technology sharing when it comes to those technical showcases. So I just want to mention that.
You know, just to weigh in there real quick, I think the neat thing about doing it this way is it's not a one shot and done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this information is then going to be out there, and people can reuse it. They can see it again. Our members can go back and look at it if they're interested. I think it's a great opportunity really to help get the word out for associate members of the products and services that they're offering out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, absolutely, Jim. There's so many different ways they can use that. Once we have that out there in a digital form, you can use it in many different ways. So you can go back over and over and see that. So that'll be a very positive for everybody. But our membership directory, as we were talking about it, TXAPA has historically printed a membership directory, but with all the technology out there, our directory is so much more than just a printed version. Emily, can you tell me about all the different facets of that directory that's digital?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, yeah, we are ramping up for the directory once again. And if you're familiar with the print directory and you remember kind of when you receive it, it's generally a little bit later in the spring, early summer. We're ramping that back. We're going to try and get it out as soon as we can to the first of the year. So be looking for us to be sending your information to you to review. That'll be coming from myself or Jenna Nyberg or Lauren Selvik. We'll all be working as a team to get that information out. What we were able to do is we have a database here at TXAPA, and I wanted to kind of take y'all back into the back end and show you when you log in on our website. Do we have that queued up?
We do.
All right, great. So I'm going to go to the login, and all TXAPA members have this. So it's whatever email address is associated with your TXAPA membership, and you can log right in. If you have, if you're not sure what your username and password is, you can easily find out by clicking the forgot password. And as long as we have the correct email address for you, then it should send you all that you need to log in. And what you can do when you're logged in is you can update your own personal information. But if you're the association rep for your organization, you can actually go over here under Manage My Company and review the information that we have for your company in our directory. This all correlates to our online directory right down here, which is something that you only have as a TXAPA member. You only have access to this as a TXAPA member. So we have this dynamic search, and it's a database basically at your access to our membership. So if you're trying to connect with someone else here in the organization, you met someone at a networking event, you want to get back in touch with them, this may be a great resource for you to kind of connect. So all the information that's in here, I'm going to just kind of put in a quick search term and see what we come up with as an example. There's a few different ways to search as well. You can do a radius search or a search by a topic or anything. But you see here, this is the kind of the information we have. There's a lot more information, and we're going to be doing a new member orientation, which is really a member orientation. I'll go in depth on this stuff and teach you guys how to use it and what you can do with it. But there's a lot more information that's included, and I can help you learn how to update that in these new member orientations we're going to do. But this all correlates to the print directory. So if you want, before we're going to download all this information and send it out to you so that you can review it and update it, and we'll have the right information for the directory. And you can get a jump on it by checking out what we have in the back of our website and just make sure that everything looks correct to you. So I'm just going to show you a few other quick things. We've got some videos now on YouTube as well that explains all this in greater detail. But I just wanted to show that, for instance, these are ours. I put these together for us, but you'll see this is our location. I put the HMAC in here. This is available for your organization as well. And like I said, during the member orientation, we can talk about it, and I'll help you guys figure out how to use this in more detail.
So under a company profile there, you have a video that shows you how to use this system?
Exactly.
Okay.
So on our YouTube channel, we have a brand new playlist. It's this playlist right here, website tutorials. And all of this information will it kind of tells you how you go through each step of the process. But not to get too much in the weeds on this show, because we try to keep it a little high level, but I just wanted to kind of.
I like them. I looked at a couple yesterday, and they're fast, they're quick, they're to the point. I mean, they're, maybe a minute, and they're spot on. Good job.
We're trying.
I like that because we're now learning to make things a little shorter in length. So I saw 2 minutes and 15 seconds. What might have been the longest one. So.
Absolutely. And what we're really trying to do is, like Harold said, we're trying to utilize technology. And I know how important it is to you guys to have the correct information out there about your organization. There's a great deal of control you can have over what information you share, what's in there. So we just want to make sure that everything is accurate. And I know that directory is very, very valuable for our membership. And a lot of people look forward to it, want to know where it is, when's it coming. So we're addressing that by trying to get it out faster and trying to make it easier for the information to be accurate.
With that, I know that you are trying to get that out earlier. What kind of time frames are we working under with everything?
We use a publishing company to help us with these things, and their deadline for all content is January 6th. So we'll be sending out the information for our members to review and send back to us here very shortly. It's a tight turn time. We got the holidays, but I think we have an efficient process in place that we want to follow. So I think we should be able to do it.
And if you don't get your information in, don't be surprised if a friendly voice from TXAPA like Emily or Jenna or Lauren gives you a call asking you about your information. So we'll just give a little gentle reminder, but you will be receiving that information before too long, because we want you to have your correct information in the directory, and we don't want you to be left out in any way whatsoever. So
absolutely.
That's what will be going on.
Absolutely. So. Just take just a minute to fill that out, and got to have the right info.
You bet. Exactly. You bet. Emily, also I saw in our website just then, and also I know in our directory, we have advertising opportunities. I saw Natalie Parker, our associate member chair, is taking advantage of that. KLP was up there. So can you tell us about our advertising opportunities that we have?
Absolutely. So I get that question a lot. A lot of times we have members that call us and say, how can I advertise? Or they're currently advertising and they have a question about their ad placement or their artwork. And I want to make sure that all the members know that we do use a publishing company. It's called Naylor, and I've got their website pulled up. They have we have a media guide. You can get to it from our website. So Jim, if you have that pulled up, I'll just show everybody. Great. It's right here under About Us, and you go down here to Advertising. That's going to take you over to this media guide, and it includes every piece of information that you need to know about advertising in the various media options that we have. So we've got our quarterly magazine, we've got our directory that we've been talking about, of course our website, and then we have our TXAPA newsletter. So all of these items offer advertising opportunities. They come in packages. You can have a package for the entire year. There's just a lot of options for you in order to be seen. We have a huge distribution, especially on our magazine. It goes to over 5,000 people throughout the state. So it actually goes throughout the country, which is fantastic. But you can see too that there's also a digital version of these things that people can flip through online. They recently upgraded our magazine to a new mobile-friendly format. So whereas it was once a kind of a replica of the printed version and you kind of flip through it, now there's an actual mobile-friendly reader format that you can view on your mobile device. So the contact information.
Our website is that way too.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Our website is definitely mobile-friendly, responsive, and we really try to put the information on the website so that you can use it on your phone, because so much the data we collect shows that so many of our members are accessing information on their phones. So we always are mindful of that. But you can see here the pricing, you can get the contact information, anything you want to know about advertising with TXAPA, Naylor are the folks that can help you out, and that's how you can get in touch with them.
I saw the e-newsletter up there. That reminds me of our communication, how vital it is. We want to be sure that we are communicating with our members, that you're receiving the information you need. If not, we want you to be sure and contact us and say, hey, where's all my information? Because we send out all kind of communications to everybody. Tell me about we have a weekly newsletter, a monthly newsletter. Is that right? That's
correct. So we do have a lot of communication that we send out. And if you're logged into the back end of our website, again, that login, you can, in your personal information, you can actually update your communication preferences. So if you're worried or you're not receiving stuff from us, that could be one option for you, is to make sure that you have the appropriate box checked, that you actually want to receive communication. Because I do look at that. I try to be mindful. I know some people don't want a ton of email, so we want you to have that ability. But I know that you want to hear from us, so just that's one thing you can do, is check your communication preferences.
Outstanding. Good. Just want to reemphasize that communication is vitally important, and we want to make sure we're not stuck somewhere in the junk box or that kind of mail or whatever it is. So
spam folder.
Yeah. Be sure you kind of clear it out for us, and let us be getting the information. But however, seriously, if you're not getting information, please call us and let us know.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure we get things fixed on our end, so you can continue to get the information that you're looking for. All right, talked about YouTube channel. TXAPA has a YouTube channel. Even the HMAC, we talked about that with Corey the other day. And so we are now in the YouTube world. Emily, tell me about that.
That's absolutely right. So we have a YouTube channel, and we have worked very hard to get all of our videos onto it. So I was informed this morning that we now have 100 videos on our YouTube channel.
Wow.
Yep, we have them all. We have them all arranged by playlists, because we're putting out educational content, and we try to organize it and categorize it topically, so that it's very easy to find chunks of information that kind of go together that our members can utilize.
The playlist is critical. I mean, that is an awesome piece of tech, being able just to go directly to that piece, and then it opens up those particular videos underneath it. It's a great way, because try to sort through 100, that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's absolutely a lot. And also, a lot of the things that we do are series, and they work together. So they're also all grouped together, so that you can get the full impact of the information. But definitely, you can like and subscribe to our channel, which is we're hoping we're at 71 subscribers. So the channel is a couple of months old. We're building that subscriber audience. We really we appreciate the likes and subscribes. If you can click the button to receive alerts, so whenever we upload something new, you'll receive an alert. And we're hoping to get to our 100th subscriber. So help us reach our goal. Like and subscribe to our channel,
but you could be number 72 today if you click right now.
You could.
All right. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think Corey's already reached that 100 mark over at the HMAC. There's a lot of folks taking advantage of all the videos, of all the information that he has up there that pertains to their certification and testing that's going on. So we're really, really delighted that he's gone that direction too. And we encourage you to do that over here on our side. So subscribe to the TXAPA YouTube channel. We're excited about that. And Jim, I was just noticing up there the different series that Emily was talking about. They are coincided. We had that optimization series for mixed design, for plant operations, and for placement operations. And we did the same thing with that troubleshooting. Just in a bumper sticker version, tell me about those two.
Well, the optimization series really was to try to get our members to be thinking about, essentially optimization, in addition to that, looking at trying to maximize their bonus. I mean, the department puts a bonus out there that's free to get. I mean, all you got to do is meet the specs and meet the criteria. And, talking with Chuck and reviewing some of all the data mining that he has, it's evident that we're not getting as much of the bonus as we possibly could. So there's great opportunities there. So that's what the optimization series does, really kind of fine tuning things, both from the mix design at the plant and on the roadway. And we've actually got 4 videos in there. The roadway one, we had to split up into 2. We're finishing up our troubleshooting series next week with the roadway troubleshooting. And again, these are troubleshooting. These are real life problems. We're bringing in a panel of experts to say, okay, how would you fix this? What would you do? What would you do? And, and we've done 2 of them so far, and they're good programs. They're solid content. I'll tell you, the plant one's pretty technical. But guess what? Plants are pretty technical. And so we're getting at that level that we need to get this information out there. So yeah, the optimization series out there, the troubleshooting series is out there. We've got the sampling asphalt series out there now that's up and running. We're going to continue to put content up there, And if there's something that you'd like to see, let us know.
You know, it's no secret. If you're involved in this industry, in the asphalt pavement industry in Texas, you have been busy. There's no doubt about it. You've had lots going on with all the different things that are happening in our environments. It takes longer to get things done. So you have been busy, and we realize that. But all of a sudden, we're starting to get a few more phone calls about specifications, about test procedure changes that have been going on. And that's why we have something up on the YouTube that addresses all of those. Just like the series that we have that addresses that, we also have lots of information about all the test procedures that are changing, about the specifications. And there's not just a few, as we've discussed before. These are huge, a large amount of changes and significant changes. I just can't help but reemphasize that over and over. However, we have all that information on the TXAPA website, on the TXAPA YouTube channel, where you can go up there and you can get up to date on all of those changes. Also, I want to offer our customized specification training program. We can do this expressly for you and your company. There will be nobody else in the room. It'll be totally confidential. If you have all kind of crazy questions you want to ask, we've learned there is no crazy questions, but we want you to ask all questions. So it's confidential in every way. I urge you to take us up on it. Jim, Chuck Fuller do a wonderful job of teaming up together to bring you the information you really need. And it's not just about the specifications. It's also about the liquid asphalt binder sampling and testing program that is really, really big. So we want to give you that kind of information, get you armed and ready to get some good quality asphalt pavement out there. So if you're starting to slow down a little bit with cooler weather coming on, and this time of year just calls for a few changes for us to slow down, well, you know, now's your opportunity to go up there and look on the YouTube or look on the website and get that information. And also, if you or some of your teammates or technicians, the same applies over at the HMAC YouTube and their website too. Corey and his team are doing a great job. We want you informed. We want you out there using the latest information that you possibly can. All right, with all this great information out there, lots of things going on, Emily, I don't know where to start on the web page and how hard it is and all these type of things, but I understand you have a new member orientation meeting coming up that might help me out. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. We are having it's going to be more personal format. So I will actually be, you know, sitting at my own computer and showing people how to work the website, answering questions, calling it the new member orientation, but I'm hoping to make it at least a quarterly thing so that new TXAPA members who are joining, we always have new members. And like I said, I think some of our earlier groups will be larger because we want to catch all members up who are interested. Any member that wants to participate is absolutely welcome and want them to take advantage of it. But you know, obviously new members coming in too will find it of value, and we'll just go over the website and any details about the association that a member may want to know, and just answer questions. And if I don't know the answer, I will make a note of it and make sure to get the answer. So that's what our plan is. It's I think we have good tools, we have good resources. I think that just making sure people are aware of what they are, where they are, and how to use them is an important service we can offer.
You know, one of those things I believe that a lot of people, they know about, they just don't know about how they get on it, is our committee process. Back in 2015, Mike Brown was our president at that time. We organized those committees and we really put a lot of focus on that. And now our committees are how activities are generated, how goals are accomplished. It's a great process to be part of a committee. And I know in that new member orientation, you're going to talk about our committees, what the committees do, and have opportunities for people to sign up. Is that right?
Absolutely. That's correct.
I would encourage everybody to sign up on a committee. TXAPA committees are very, very busy. They do meet. We have lots of programs going on. We have a strategic planning session every year. I have one coming up in December that all the committee chairs are involved. They are challenged each year to come up with at least 3 objectives, 3 activities that they need to accomplish during the year. Usually they have a list of this long, but we narrow it down to 3. And those committee chairs report back to the board of directors on their activities and how they're achieving those. And it's a great process. It's wonderful. We encourage you to be a part of that. We want you to be a part of that. So that'll be all covered in the new member meeting.
Absolutely. Yep. And that strategic meeting is where we get all of our content for our annual report. So just one more thing we do to make sure that as members, you're all informed about what's going on.
Outstanding. So just encourage you to get signed up for our new member orientation process, but that's for all members. We don't care how long you've been a member. We want you involved in finding out what's going on and how you can even be more involved. Also, Emily, one more time about communication, because that's such an important process that we have. If somebody's not getting their stuff, like our e-newsletter on a weekly basis, our e-newsletter on a monthly basis, you're not getting the magazine, you're not getting the updates that we send out. How can they get involved? How can they get their information updated? How can they get to somebody to straighten them out?
Well, I think you can always just call us. We're here to serve, and anytime we get a phone call from a member, we're more than happy to take the moment out of our day to look into it and see what's wrong. We have a great database here. We can look and see if maybe we don't have the right email address for you. Maybe your communication preferences aren't set properly or to how you'd like them, and we can fix that for you right then and there. And we're more than happy to do it, and that gives us a chance to meet you and learn a little bit about what you're looking for and how we can help you. So definitely give us a call, or, just you can check yourself like I showed you earlier if you remember that, but you never have to just do something yourself. We're always here to help, and we love it when you call and we can do things for you. So
fantastic. One last question from me. One last question is the annual meeting in September. We missed it this past September. We were sad about that, but that was the best decision we could make at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have plans for the face-to-face annual meeting this September?
I believe we do have plans for that. We are going to be at the Hill Country Hyatt. That's in San Antonio as well. And that's our plan, to be there. And I'm working with Wade Bowen and Randy Rogers to try and get them rescheduled. We want to get everything back in place like we had for the one that we unfortunately had to cancel. And that is in the works. And as far as I know, that's what we're planning on doing. So
there you go. Fingers crossed. Optimism abounds. We're looking forward to our membership meeting in January, and then we're looking for our annual meeting next September 2021 in San Antonio at the Hyatt Hill Country Resort. All right. Any last comments for us?
No, I think I covered it all. But like I said, if anyone has any additional questions, you can always give us a call here, and we're happy to walk you through anything you need.
I want to thank you and Jenna Nyberg and Lauren Selvig for doing a great job of keeping all those things up and going and activities. So really appreciative of the great teamwork that y'all have.
They're a great team.
Good.
So.
Well, thank you very much. You know that you can always call on us if you need something. That's what we are here for. Before we go, I want to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline heroes. Thank you for the folks out there on the roadway. Thank you to the folks in the laboratories. Thank you for doing all those things that we have to do to keep this industry growing, to keep this industry going, and to build quality asphalt pavements. And I also want to say thank you to all the military folks out there, the police, our first responders, all of those folks are helping to keep us safe and secure. We could not do this without you. So I just want to say thank you to all of those folks. Be safe, stay healthy out there.